the same spot someone's already doing it, but a different day or time, let us know. Thanks. Okay, so I wanted to briefly talk about ballot initiatives in Michigan. And hopefully, if you're interested, you can get involved and you can sign up in the newsletter. I got involved with this through Fund My Future when I actually was in DC and I was setting up a meeting with Bergman to preserve Medicaid, and this group was working on the Invest in Michigan Kids for ballot initiatives. So I'm kind of new to the ballot initiative stuff, and there's a lot of trainings going on. So I just want to go over it briefly. So ballot initiatives are great because they're examples of direct democracy. So we don't have to wait for a politician. We as citizens get to put the issue up to vote. So there's ways to enact a new law or section of law, approve or reject a law already enacted, and amend the Constitution. And so an example of a ballot initiative that has passed would be Proposal 1 with the Marijuana Act in 2018. And there's been lots of other ballot initiatives that have passed. And I think about half of the initiatives, maybe less than half, that have been on the ballot have passed. And the signature requirements to get on the ballot this coming year are listed. So to have a constitutional amendment, you need about 450,000 signatures. And usually, so these initiatives, what they want to collect is around 700,000 signatures because they end up having to throw out a lot of signatures. So if you sign twice, they have to throw out both of your signatures, neither counts. So pay attention to what ballot initiatives you're signing, and we're going to go over which ones you probably shouldn't be signing. Okay. So the 2026, so Building Michigan for the Many. So Michigan for the Many is a coalition. There's many coalitions in Michigan, but this one is focused on these 4 issues of getting money out of politics, making housing and healthcare affordable for all, taxing the rich to fund public goods, and raising wages and guaranteed paid family leave. So the fair share surcharge on annual taxable income initiative, this income tax one, which is called Invest in My Kids, will have a 5% surcharge on your annual taxable income of more than $1 million for joint returns and over 500,000 for single returns. So currently everyone, regardless of their income level in Michigan, pays 4.25%. We don't have brackets. This would give that surcharge. So for the amount you make over that $1 million for your household, you'll pay 9.25% on that 5% surcharge. And this one has been before the Board of State Canvassers, and it's not approved yet for collecting signatures, but should be by the end of the summer. Michiganders for Money Out of Politics, Mop Up Michigan, is to ban political contributions from regulated monopoly corporations and major state contractors. And there's also, and so those first 2 are I think they're state amendments. And then the final one, is repealing the referendum for the minimum wage laws to raise the minimum wage for tipped workers. Next slide. Rank My Vote is collecting signatures. So they're approved by the Board of Canvassers, and supporters want to fundamentally change how Michiganders choose their elected officials with ranked choice voting, which is like an instant runoff election. So you rank your candidates in order of your preference, and initially the voters' top choices counted, but if no candidate has an immediate majority, the candidate with the least votes is eliminated, and all the voters who choose the eliminated candidate then have their second place votes distributed to the remaining contestants. This process repeats until one candidate has more than 50% of the vote. This is also a great way to get a diversity of voices in our democracy. So that is, great. And then 2026 ballot initiatives we wouldn't support, and we'd say, please don't sign these and tell others not to sign. And if you see it, if it does get on the ballot, vote no. So the first one is sort of like the SAVE Act, require voter photo identification and require proof of citizenship for voter registration amendment, this voter ID policy. And what it does, it sounds fine, but we already have these types of rules in place, but this will put additional high burdens to register to vote and to vote. And audits already show that fraud in Michigan is less than a millionth of a percent and has never impacted any election. So this will give people additional steps to register to vote. So it's really bad. The other one is the Prohibit Property Tax Amendment called Axe My Tax. And this gives a huge tax break to the wealthiest in Michigan by doing away with property taxes, and then it pulls all the funding for schools and other services that those taxes rely on. And their proposal on how to make up those deficits is unrealistic. Um, and there's already various programs to help people that are burdened by their property taxes. There could potentially be more programs. This is not the answer. And then the final one, the citizenship requirement for voting amendment, is similar to the first one. We already have laws in Michigan that you can only vote if you're a citizen in state and national elections. So again, this only puts more burdens on people and prevents more people from voting. All right.